Okay now, hello everybody. Welcome back to our Carthage series. I'm Kunagustus.
And I'm Icarix.
Yes, with the Greeks. And we are just coming off our major battle against Massalia, where it turns out it was a Pyrrhic victory. I suspect probably through the time
to speed
out.
up the movement of all
And of course the campaign advice kept triggering because I vaguely mentioned I think having to have reset my PC some time ago when shortly before recording this, which meant a lot of Rome 2 settings were reset. So it takes a little while for me to get everything sorted out, but yes.
Unacceptable, Kunagooses. Simply unacceptable.
Well, you try dealing with a PC that just kept blue screening non-stop. But anyways...
I can attest to the stress level of that, but go ahead.
So, anyways, we move our army back into Arce to ensure it is protected in case there's any more Massalian threats. And I begin to recruit some units to replace what I have lost. I first start with some Libby Phoenician cavalry, and it looks like I'm floating around a sacred band, so I pick a sacred band, because I lost a unit of hoplites.
Like a decent balance.
So yeah, so replacing a unit of pretty solid but basic-ish hoplites with some slightly more elite hoplites.
And I see that we're sending in an agent to sabotage some shit.
Yep, we sabotaged that army, so that means their movement range is limited.
Oh, goody!
And our spy has gained a rank. We also moved Dido's Faithful up. This is the army that's got some peltasts in it.
We seem to be advancing them up.
Yes, moving them up, and I've moved my agent down into that region. I think he might have been around Tarraco to potentially buy it off the Massalians, but that's too late now. Because I mentioned that I was in this campaign, I eventually learned how Timbe's trade regions worked.
Oh yeah, right. I remember.
Yeah, so it's an interesting mod. Haven't used it in a while though.
The mighty Carthage.
But yes, so it'll take probably about 2 or 3 turns for our army to replenish. So yeah, I think eventually at some point I actually get rid of those spear archers, but probably not right now.
Pass.
I merged my Libyans to get another one. As for why I think I got rid of them, I think if my memory was correct, after a particular battle they took very heavy casualties and I probably lost a unit or two. So I just decided to get rid of them all and replace them with Balearic Slingers.
Because that's always the solution right there.
Balearic Slingers. Well, they are some of the best slingers in the game. And I decided to move that army, which I had moved away from Iberia, back into Iberia. Now we've got the Scourge of Reshef going down to Sicily, so I can start replenishing and recruiting troops. My champion leveled up, so I just gave him another skill point. So I start seeing what I need to recruit, so I get some elephants.
Ooh.
Just the standard war elephants. I start to recruit some Arios Epones, my elite Iberian mercenary cavalry, and I recruit some Numidian cavalry. After I got some more cash, I start to recruit some Libby Phoenician hoplites, it looks like, and some Ambacti, probably. Yes. I start deciding what else to go for.
Decisions.
Yes. Have a look at what swords I've got.
Oh, Pence, I can't stand the tension.
I recruited units of Libyan Thrail swords. It's just to see do I have the right numbers of everything to keep it all balanced as I like. But now we move 2 of our armies up further into Italy, just slightly.
We have a second army down there, I believe.
So we've got 2 armies right there, and I think we've got our 3rd army for the Italian front is in Sicily. Yeah, so both armies have some of my new mercenaries.
Surrounding them on all sides.
Well, not exactly on all sides, we're only fighting the Romans from one side.
Only put her in my head.
Anyways, so our Governor General in Carthage has gained a rank. So I give him some more skills to help benefit our economy. We're just doing pretty well, I might say.
Yes, indeed.
Now I recruit some Libby Phoenician cavalry to finish it all off. Ooh, looks like we've ran out of supplies in that region. Yep.
Why are those guys flaming like that?
I mean, what's all that stuff surrounding them?
Yeah, is that because of a glitch, or is that just how it
It's
is?
reflecting attrition due to lack of supplies.
Oh, right.
The fact is, they're taking attrition because there are no supplies in that region.
Kill them all!
So, I proceed to attack Beneventum.
Ooh.
Looks like I'm auto-resigned. Clearly I wasn't bothered to fight it.
Yeah, not worth the effort.
Plus, fighting two stacks can be a bit messy on my PC. So
Again,
we
not
finish
worth the
off
effort,
Beneventum.
apparently.
Yes.
We fight for you, my lord. Al-Hamman be praised. Advance! We fight for you, my
So,
lord.
that's our current state there in Italia.
I live to serve the mighty Carthage.
So, capture Beneventum, I'm now... Looks like I probably raised it, now how everything's destroyed.
Diabolical.
We fight for you.
This is where I
my
probably started
lord.
to incorporate raising settlements.
Ready for greatness.
Oh, okay then.
Because it's probably better on settlements that are not a part of your culture. Spreads your
Yeah, I
culture a
guess
little
that
bit
makes
more,
sense.
it spreads your culture a bit more easily, and it also allows your population, I suppose, to kind of
It's an
come a
honor
little
to
bit
serve.
quicker also.
Let's go ashore.
It enables it to spread out a little bit more.
Basically just our population can take over a bit faster. So yes, our
Do
army,
it.
the Brethren of Baal, has disembarked.
Al-Hamun be praised.
So Dido's faithful are going to attack
Make
We're
haste.
going up against the defenders of Olympus.
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 They retreated down to Taraco. And the problem with that is that means it'll pull in the garrison and army inside Taraco. I don't want to fight all those forces with one army.
That would be quite inconvenient.
For battle.
Pretty much.
March.
So we move back into our lands.
Move a little bit further inland.
Yeah, I think I was looking for a region to probably plant an ambush.
I would travel many miles.
But ran out enough movement points to allow for that.
Away. I shall rest a while.
Move your judge further inland.
It is an
Yeah,
honor
move him
to
up to Brigantium. Probably so I can buy that off the Igharimen.
I guess that makes sense.
Because again, Timbe's trade regions. It was a mod I downloaded in on the Total War Center forums. You know, it lets you buy settlements with your digging trees.
Ah,
So I merged my Libby Phoenicians up and I recruit some
Noble
Tarantine
cause
White Shields.
requires noble men. My lord.
There's their health at 104. Now we've got an attack on Beneventum by the Romans.
facing some heavy opposition there.
Yeah.
And decide to not worth the effort, so you
Well,
decide to
we
retreat.
retreated, and now we're fighting two of their armies, about a stack and a half or so, in the field of battle. So see you there. The the 7th
Hopefully it
Legion,
works in our
Antiqua.
favor.
The auto-resolve is not in our favour.
Well, shit.
And plus we retreated already, so if I were to try and auto-resolve that and lose, my army would be wiped out. So here's our army. Our nice Libyans there. Hiding away as our Iberians. Got our spears. Gallic and Tarentine. Now we've our cavalry move. Everybody's moving. There's our lovely Numidians.
Hoping to join our comrades.
They always move the Numidians out quite a bit at the start. That's anything like guerrilla deployment, which they get because of the Numidian horse. Makes them excellent scouts.
Well, that's handy.
Yeah. I would say that the Roman Numidian auxiliary cavalry are really good.
What's that?
Because they're pretty heavy enough cavalry, but they have the Numidian horse. So they have all the effects of the Numidian horse. High speed, ignore terrain penalties, guerrilla deployment, stuff like that. So it's that, but they're stronger cavalry, basically. But yes.
I'm getting the assumption they were heavily favored by the Romans.
I don't know how much they were favoured. The Romans would have used them like they use any other groups who specialised in cavalry. Don't think they were particularly favoured. Just the Romans used them. Have. Yeah, happy to have when you needed them when you recruited Numidians. But Carthage relied historically a lot more on Numidian cavalry. Rome just gets access to kind of auxiliaries, Numidians.
There's their African elephants now.
Yeah, my elephants are fighting some Roman equites.
Ready to lay waste best they can.
Elephants are usually good against cavalry. So,
what do we have going off there?
some
Spears, arrows.
Javelins are being thrown on the Romans.
Ah. I can never tell with the way that they're shaped. I can never tell if they're javelins or arrows or lead.
Well, the key thing is I've no archers in this army. So it'll either be slingshot or javelins. We've got the fight going on. Iberians are fighting the Pedites Extraordinari. Clearly it's been up like. We're moving our spear infantry up. Spears against the Roman principes.
And they're off.
There's my elephants fighting alongside my Libyans.
Ooh, they're doing some heavy damage at the very least.
And there's my Gauls, the Adgenios Lankia. Probably the strongest spear mercenaries Carthage gets. Sort of. Between them and the Gaisitae in different ways. Yeah. And here we got our Libyan Thrail swords and Ambacti fighting the Romans.
Hopefully they last a little longer.
Well, Ambacti are quite strong. Probably even stronger than a lot of Roman swords.
The Romans have greater numbers.
True, but numbers aren't everything because I have elephants.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I'm pretty optimistic about this battle.
We'll just have to wait and see then.
Yeah, we shall.
Oh, both sides seem to be going at us. None of them refuse to go down.
We've got our taller Ambacti fighting against the shorter Romans.
And well, you know, size does matter.
Oh yeah, these guys are tall nobles. And these are, I think, are Apulian swords. So yeah, I think the battle's going pretty well so far.
Seems to be slightly within our favor.
Elephant seems to be chasing away routing troops. And smack into the back of those Principes.
Ooh. Oh, they just missed them.
Yeah.
The Romans
Arios
seem to be-
Opones are fighting the enemy general, but they're apparently losing.
Romans have us on all sides, engaging us on all sides at the very least.
And the Equites Extraordinari are losing to my Numidians. So yeah, apparently the charge bonus stat means very little to cavalry.
Yeah?
The way their charging power works is through a combination of speed and mass. Mass is a hidden stat in units. And I think heavier cavalry will have a certain level of mass. The heavier they are, the more mass they have. And their speed plays into the power of their charge. Speed and mass. But it's not the speed that's shown in the game, it's a different kind of speed stat apparently. And those calculate into the power of a charge.
Now, how does it differ from regular speed?
I don't know exactly, it's just some other speed stat that's in the files. And that's what matters in a charge. Not the speed presented to us.
Alright.
And that, so what happens is that when they charge,
That.
their mass will come in and they'll do quite a bit of damage, and then the charge bonus will come in. And that, apparently, for the first couple of seconds, applies an extra level of damage. That's apparently how it works. The explanations I've heard, anyways.
Seems simple enough, I guess.
Yeah, it's an interesting system. So, cavalry that have the Nisaean horse have the best mass of any cavalry. And the only units that have that are like Parthian cataphracts and the Seleucid late Agama cavalry. They have those have the Nisaean horse. And they're pretty damn cool units to look at. Since they're basically cataphracts. Since historically, apparently, the Agama was basically a cavalry guard consisting of Easterners, Iranians, the Seleucid kings. In contrast to the Hittite or companions, which were made of Greeks.
Ooh,
Anyways.
It was nasty back there.
Got our big brawl going on. Looks like we're pushing the Romans back.
Pushing them back by the skin of their teeth. Oh, we've got a few dead out there.
Oh yeah.
Looks more Romans than our side.
Yes. And it looks like our Gauls are fighting the Romans there, and now our elephants are smashing in from behind.
Ooh, just like a battering ram. Having a nice meal there.
And the Romans are wavering. And
Go
they've
back
got
to
some
where you
Mamertines.
fucking came from.
Well, if anything, should be saying that to us, because we're the ones invading their land.
It sounded better in my head.
Clearly. Yeah, it's the last of the Romans there.
Ah, they thought they had us.
They thought they did, but they didn't. And there we
Our
go.
life is just full of disappointments.
Yes. Our elephants are charging in on those Mamertines. Or not really.
No, they got them on the run now.
Yes. Damned Mamertines. Basically the ones responsible for the destruction of Carthage in a sort of indirect way.
Bastards.
Because they basically played a role in starting the First Punic War.
Really?
Yes. Which led to the Second Punic War. And then finally the Third Punic War, in which Rome destroyed Carthage.
So everything, all this shit happened because of them.
The Mamertines. Well, there's probably tension brewing between Rome and Carthage for a while, but the Mamertines seem to kind of cause trouble in Sicily.
You could say they were the ones that lit the fuse to begin with, I suppose.
You could say that. They caused trouble in Sicily, and I think they initially kind of went to the Carthaginians for help to bail them out, and then just as Carthage was kind of about to do so, they decided instead go to the Romans. So then both were kind of fighting each other over this part of Sicily and just escalated to a full-on war. But anyways, we have our results. And yes, thankfully now we'll probably include what happens after the battle before our part ends. But yes, so we have defeated the Romans there. Massalia decided to attack, but we retreated. And now they're launching an assault on Arce. But we have an army inside along with the garrison, so in the next video we shall probably show you this assault and our defense of Arce.